Hello friends, I'm Christy, your business coach dedicated to helping you make your dream biz a reality using strategy through creative play. Today we're going to make a fun little zine. It's a little magazine that will open up to have pages just like this, and it is going to be designed to use when you feel stuck, when you're feeling low energy, when you're feeling a lack of motivation, those days where you just don't want to get started on your work, you don't want to get anything done, and it feels like everything is taking you much longer than it needs to. This is going to be a cute little resource for you to refer back to anytime you are just like, I don't know what to do next. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make our zine, then we're going to fill it with information. The first page is going to be things that you really enjoy doing. And I like to give a flexible list of things because sometimes when you are feeling stuck, you just want to have a choice of what it is that you want to do. And sometimes you might have in your head, oh, I need to do this thing, but it's really hard to initiate tasks, especially if you're neurodivergent like I am. It can be even harder to initiate tasks. So giving yourself flexibility to choose from a list and just kind of feel into each one can be super helpful to be like, yeah, I'm feeling that one, but I'm not feeling that one. And then you can decide what it is that you want to do. So they're going to be full of things that you actually like doing. The second one is going to be full of energizers. These are things that get you moving, things that kind of kickstart your energy and get you full of vitality and vibrance where you just want to keep going. And then the third one is going to be full of your motivators. So motivators, this is like the reason behind doing something. So this might be your big why. You can also motivate yourself with rewards, like a little treat. Whatever it is that is going to really remind you of your purpose for doing your task to help you feel more inclined to get started doing the work that it is that you need to do. And then at the end, we're going to give it a cutesy, fun little name. We're going to decorate the cover, and it's going to be really fun. First, we're going to make our zine, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to angle my camera down so that you can kind of see my workspace here. I'm not fancy. I don't have a dock camera. So we're just going to angle it down so you can see. So you're going to take the paper, and you're going to fold it the right side over the left side. So you're going to have your paper lengthwise, fold the right side over the left side. It might look different for you. It doesn't really matter the side that you do, just being totally honest with you. And then you are going to straighten the crease and make sure it is nice and smooth. Then you're going to fold it again, bottom to top. Straighten the crease. And then you're going to do it one more time. Right side to left side. Again, the sides don't really matter, to be honest. You just want to end up with something that resembles a little tiny booklet. So we're going to straighten it here. Okay, so we've just folded it 3 separate times. Okay, now you're going to unfold it twice. So 1 time, 2 times. Okay, so it's going to look like a half sheet of paper now. And you're going to turn it to where the fold is on the bottom and then the open part is on the top. And you're going to either tear or cut from the bottom of the fold to the center part here. If you're going to tear it, you might want to fold it back halfway again and get that line real straight, and then you'll kind of like pull it like this to tear it to the center while keeping pressure here. But I'm just going to cut it because that's easier. But if you don't have scissors, you can also tear it. So you're cutting the fold or tearing to the center, okay? All right, then you can unfold it at this point, and you'll have a little like hole, okay? So you've unfolded it. Now you're going to close it bottom over top, okay? And give it a nice little press. All right, this part I'm going to put the camera back up. You are then going to hold the 2 ends. You're going to push in like that. Okay, so it should kind of create this little box. You push in, and then you're going to fold these 2 pieces right here are going to become your front and back cover. So you're going to fold it in like this. I'm going to go back to my table so that you can Crease it nice and good. All right, and then you've got yourself a little booklet with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages and a front and back cover. Okay, now you're gonna grab your pens, grab your markers, grab your colored pencils, whatever it is that you want to have, and we're gonna start to decorate our little booklet. And in the first 2 pages, we're gonna work together on these 2 pages together. We're gonna call this section Things I Like, or My Favorite Things. You can choose what you wanna call it, things I like, my favorite things, what lights me up, whatever it is. And I want you to write down things that really you love doing. And these are things related to your work, because the idea behind this booklet is that you'll use it when you're feeling stuck in your business, stuck at work, and you just don't have the energy to do things, just to kind of remind yourself of the things that you actually really enjoy doing, so that you can pick from it and be like, I'm having trouble, but I'm going to do something that I really like. So this is whatever it is about your job or your business that you really like doing. You love it. It lights you up. These things where you feel like you can totally hyper focus on it. Sometimes, not always, because the point of having options is that your brain's going to be able to choose where you're at that day. When you're choosing these things, try to choose things that typically you really enjoy doing them, and it's not that difficult for you to get started doing the task. Like, these are things that you're like, yeah, I really love this part of my work and what I do. Now, if there are things that you do have trouble initiating the task, that's okay. You can write that down too, because the next couple of pages are going to really help you if you have trouble initiating the task. So it should just be things that you really love. So things that you like doing are going to go on this page. So go ahead and pause the video, fill up your page. I'm going to do the same to mine, and then we'll meet back here. When you're done, you can press play again. All right, so here is mine. I put my favorite things at the top, and I wrote making Instagram content, sharing Threads posts, creating educational content, talking to clients, designing creative activities like this one, designing web pages, connecting with people, and recording podcast episodes. You can see I really like making content and connecting with people. I hope this was fun to fill us out. Okay, on the next 2 pages, this is my favorite part. We're going to write your energizers. These are things that give you energy, that kickstart your energy and kind of help you get into flow, get into more of a position to be able to do work. So this can be things like dancing to Hamilton for 5 minutes. If I'm feeling low energy and I need a little bit of an extra boost, I will turn on the first song to Hamilton and dance to it, sing to it, and that really gets me going. It might be walking around the block. It might be doing my morning ritual. It might be getting a cup of coffee. It also might be changing your environment, like getting up and actually going to a coffee shop or going to your park, the local park, to do your work. This is anything that gives you energy and kind of kickstarts you to get into a place of work and enjoying what it is that you're doing. So if you're feeling stuck, you're like, it's hard for me to get going, these are things that are going to help you get going. Now, the key here is I want these to be things that are small, things that you can take action on pretty much any time. So like, I don't want it to be something that takes you an hour to do or something that takes you a lot of prep to do. Like, I don't want it to be watercoloring. Like, if you just love watercoloring, I love that for you. But I want this to be small things that you can bring into your work day when you're feeling low energy, you're feeling stuck, to kickstart you and get you into a place of energy. It might be getting up and petting your dog, something like that, something that might be regulating. Maybe it'll be doing some deep breaths, doing some yoga, anything that gets that energy flowing for you personally. Okay, so we just did our first 2 pages on your things that you really like doing. So now we're going to do the next 2 pages on energizers. And again, you can pause the video, complete yours, and then we'll meet back up. Okay, here's my energizers. Dance to Hamilton or Relient K. Put on makeup, cup of coffee, do a tarot spread, put on clothes, do a brain dump, jumping jacks, do the dishes, ride my bike, yoga, do my hair, walk around the block. So these are things that can help me get moving throughout the day. And I did my little designs kind of based on what the thing was. So for a cup of coffee, I did little squiggles to represent steam. For taro spread, I did these little things that look like cards. For jumping jacks, I did X's, because you kind of make an X. Do my hair, I kind of drew like hair. Yoga, I did some waves because it's very zen. Walk around the block, I did, like lines, like road lines. So you can get creative with it, and I hope you have fun doing this. We're going to move on to the last page. These are your motivators. So energizers are things that kickstart you, give your energy. Motivators are to remind you of the purpose behind what you do, or to give you a why should I do this? So you can write down things like, I'll get time with my kids. You can say, treat myself to my favorite coffee shop. You can also do like a reward. It's totally fine to have a reward-based motivation system. That's completely fine. It can also be feel good about myself, feel accomplished, feel confident. So anything that is going to connect to why you should do the thing. Okay? So I'm going to work on mine and show it to you when I'm done. All right, I made my motivators. This is where my marker messed up and poured out a blob of ink, but it's okay. So my motivators, if I'm having trouble getting things done, go to a coffee shop. Take myself on a day date. That would be like a reward for doing the stuff. Also some why should I do this? Share my voice, spend time with Matt. So if I get my work done, then I can spend time with my husband, get more people in the playground, my group program, help my clients. I love helping my clients. If I can reframe it as I'm going to be able to help them, that's really great. Make money. That's always a good motivator for me. Enjoy free time and avoid anxiety. For me, a lot of times when I'm procrastinating on something, I feel anxiety in my chest. And if I just get up and do the thing, I know that feeling is going to go away. So I wrote avoid anxiety. All right, so we've made all of our inside pages, your favorite things, your energizers, and your motivators. Now it's time to design the cover. So I want you to give your book a cutesy little name. Mine is probably going to be Help, I'm Stuck. That's just what I'm going to call it. You could say your Get Unstuck Playbook. You could just write my energizers and motivators. So any kind of cutesy little name on the cover, and then just kind of decorate your cover. I have done just little stripes before. I have, outlined it and done stripes, more stripes. I don't really consider myself much of an artist, so, do whatever it is that feels good with your cover. All right, I didn't go very deep with mine today. It says, Help, I'm stuck, open in case of procrastination. All right, so now you have your Get Unstuck Playbook that you can use whenever you're feeling like you're procrastinating, you're low energy, you feel stuck. The first page will remind you of things that you like to do, give you an option of, hey, I'm feeling this, I think I'll try this today, just to remind you of your greatness and your brilliance. If that is not working for you to get motivated to do work, then you can go to your Energizers page and do one of your activities to help you kickstart your energy, bring some of that vibrance into your life. And once you've got moving, shaken off some negative energy, then you can invite in the things that you enjoy doing. And if that's not working, you can dig deeper, get to your motivators to really get into, okay, how can I connect this to my bigger why so that I can get stuff done? I hope you enjoyed this. If you made it, I'd love to see your results. Send me a message on Instagram at Christy Johnson Creative, or an email at christy@christyjohnsоncreative.com. I would love to see your results. If you enjoyed this, I'd love to invite you to do another free activity of mine called Creating a Joy Menu. You can get that by going to CJC for Christy Johnson Creative, cjc.myflowdesk.com/joy. That's cjc.myflowdesk.com. That's cjc.myflowdesk.com/joy. And if you want to go even deeper and do these regularly in a guided way, and also with support to connect these exercises to tangible steps in your actual business, I'd love to invite you to join the Dream Biz Playground. It's my group coaching membership focused on strategy through creative play to help you create the lightest, most easiest version of your business. You can join that by going to christyjohnsoncreative.com/playground. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this exercise.